Let's try this podcast thing again. We recorded 2 podcasts for this review of Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake's gender-bent episode, Bad Little Boy. One with a cluster of people and one organized with 4 people, which is what you're about to hear. You can listen to both complete versions on the links below once they're done uploading, with how to download the MP3, and a new online store to buy t-shirts and stuff designed by me. I only make like $3 off each t-shirt. Hit me up on Skype under the name Rebel Taxi. I might not be recording a podcast, but sometimes I chat with random fans at mysterious hours. I don't know when the next podcast would ever be. So try to enjoy this more organized podcast we recorded. Emphasis on try. Don't even try at all, just go home. After this, next on the agenda will hopefully be Rebel Taxi Loves the Teen Titans animated series full review.
Marceline, how long have you been in here?
Couple hours.
Oh, you heard my story then. Awesome, right?
It's good, but maybe it's time to let someone else try.
Okay, welcome everyone to the Pan Pizza Party podcast, whatever I named it.
Pizza Party.
We're gonna talk about Fiona and Cake, episode 2, the Bad Little Boy, Espion Chan, or whatever your name is. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was too short in terms of the whole Fiona and Cake aspect. I mean, I liked it, but I thought I'd like Marshall Lee more than I didn't like him very much. He seemed kind of like a douche.
Marshall Lee is perfectly fine with punching women. It's confirmed.
He seems like kind of a tool. Like, he seems very manipulative.
It is Marceline who's telling the story.
Thurston, your thoughts on the episode?
It's game night tonight.
Day.
I have a question about the episode. Why was Cake's ass doing that thing?
Why was Cake doing anything is a good question.
Dante
Please.
Bosco's Rufio.
Who's Rufio? What are we talking about?
Plays Prince Zuko.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you never seen Pan?
Pan, I know. I watch my own show. Yes, I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, you're talking about the voice actor for Zuko and Kitty Bobo, right? Oh, yeah, they were gonna get what's his name, Zuko, to do the voice for Marshall Lee here, but they decided on Danny Glover. But here's the good thing:
It's not Danny.
Donald Glover, whoever. They might have not gotten Zuko to do the voice for Marshall Lee, but you know what they did get him to do?
What they get him to do.
They got him to do some of the announcements for the Hall of Game Awards.
Oh, snap. I never even saw that.
I mean, yeah, I saw it. We recorded a podcast for it, but it was a complete disaster and nobody stayed on topic.
Oh, you mean when you had like 20,000 people in one call?
Yeah, and no one wanted to talk about it. We'd rather talk about other bullshit.
I feel like the episode's flaw was that it put so much time into the Ice King. Adventure Time has a limited time slot as is. Devoting that much time to like stuff that's not involved in the Fiona and Cake aspect just kind of detracts from the story, and I feel like the story itself with Fiona and Cake was kind of rushed.
Well, of course it was. I mean, it was originally just going to be a single episode, I think. And then everyone's like, oh my god, Fiona and Cake, I love them so much.
I felt like they had too much stuff to tell in such a short amount of time. They didn't really balance it out properly.
There's always next time.
Next time, Gadget. Next time. Yeah, look, okay, how do you feel about the songs?
I liked it.
You liked it, uh-huh?
It was weird, but I kind of felt uncomfortable watching my mom in the room because there seemed to be something weirdly sexual about it.
Good little girl, always picking a fight with me. You know that I'm bad, but you're spending the night with me. What do you want from my world? You're a good little girl.
Okay, Nolan, what are your thoughts on Fiona and Cake, Bad Little Boy?
I thought it was good. It was solid for what it was.
Uh-huh.
They're definitely alluding to something with this whole, because they've mentioned Fiona and Cake like coming to the real world like twice now.
Yeah, and that didn't turn out well the first time.
No. I mean, like, even after that happened,
Take
it was
the
like...
book. It's in the book.
Fucking
Now, this is like the second time they've been like, Ice King's been like, oh, I'm gonna find Fiona and Cake, and I'm like,
The thirst is real.
All we just have to do is wait and see what the creators decide to do with it, because we all know what they've done to big, plot points in the past.
That fine piece of ass will soon be mine. This is pretty much the plot to Code Lyoko. Some kid just wanted to bring his waifu to life.
Remember, Pan.
Remember.
Monkey Paw.
Monkey Paw. It had too much to tell in a short amount of time. That's how I feel.
I thought it was pretty basic, but rushed, yes. Like, to the point where it was a detriment, not really. It just felt rushed, and that was about it.
Yeah, it kind of just feels that,
spraying around with Ice King, and then he just goes, Marceline, and I'm like, aw, that's cute. I want to see more interaction between those two.
Yeah, I think
Dana's adorable.
I feel that was more interesting than the actual Fiona and Cake episode, just them interacting with each other. You know what this episode should have been like? It should have been like that episode of Dexter's Lab where it's Dexter and computer get Mandark, where it's just them talking to each other, narrating, and it's just drawn really shittily.
That would have been great, actually.
And then Dexter says...
One thing I really hate is the fandom's like, oh, Finn and Jake is so stupid. Oh, but I love Fiona and Cake, and I'm like, really?
They're the same thing, you sexist pig. Except Fiona has these tits and ass, and Finn's just this tube.
What do you expect? All prepubescent teenage boys are tubes and potatoes.
Finn is a potato.
He's a
with spaghetti noodle limbs.
Spaghetti noodles.
But Fiona's gonna be like a pear with perfectly proportional limbs.
Did you just say she was perfectly proportional?
To her style, anyways.
She has she doesn't even have feet.
She has points.
No, she doesn't.
She was designed by Bruce Timm.
But again,
Bruce Timm's characters had feet, for crying out loud. She has nothing.
That's a myth.
She has nothing.
Feet don't exist, they're just a midwife's tale.
When she takes off her shoes, she doesn't even have feet. They're stubs.
It's like in The Witches where they take off their feet in the meeting and they have no toes.
Oh, by the way, Pan, you would have been a better Marshall Lee.
Hey guys.
He was just like, hey guys.
He's supposed to sound all cool and apathetic.
He was so boring.
Mother, why did you bogart my nachos?
Why'd you tell him this?
Yeah, they were gonna get what's his name, the guy who did Zuko to do the voice original.
Dante Bosco.
Yeah, that's his name. Although you know what they did get Boskov to do? You know what they got him to do?
What?
They got him to announce the Holiday Awards.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Fire Nation attack.
Zingo.
So wait, who did the voice again? Sorry.
Donald Glover.
Dante.
Or Danny Glover.
Dante.
Bosco was the announcer.
Don't forget, he was also Rufio, the coolest motherfucker alive.
Who the hell is Rufio?
Do any of you know what Zebo 3 is?
What's a Zebo 3? I haven't seen Zebo 1 or 2 yet.
It sounds like a gazebo, and it was the third one in the processing line.
Hold on.
I'll kick your ass and make you listen to the Backstreet Boys if you don't get on your knees.
We keep going off track, and there's really nothing to comment on that episode. It's just, it just felt...
There really is nothing.
It's an episode. That's all that can be said.
Yeah, it wasn't really...
Let me make a quick comment. Needs to be longer. I like the part where they said Marshall Lee.
It felt like a lot of pandering. Didn't really... I mean, the first Fiona and Cake I loved, even though I did that horrible video, which, I don't know, I regret the tone of voice I used in that video. Hey, what happened to Razor Tora?
I'm right here.
Oh, where were you this whole time? Holy shit.
Sitting here.
Oh, wow, you missed the whole conversation. We were talking about tubes, talking about Capitol Hill, we were learning about Schoolhouse Rock. What's going on?
Yeah, I heard.
What's going on? So, Fiona and Cake, did you get cake yet?
What?
Yeah. That episode was okay. Yeah, I like the songs. It kind of had too much to tell. It was...
The parts that I loved the most weren't even in an episode for like 2 seconds. Like,
Who?
You got Marceline and Ice King interacting. That was a good thing. That lasted for 2 seconds.
Yeah, you think they'd be like, hey, remember the time we were in the nuclear blast? Like, I guess they're over it by now. Whatever.
We got Marshall Lee and Prince Gumball, who actually had some funny chemistry, unlike the boring ass Fiona and Marshall Lee shit.
Oh, it's just him. Oh, hey Fiona.
Marshall Lee!
Ahem.
Oh, forgive me. Hello, Your Majesty.
Yeah, I don't understand why like Finn is just like this tube-shaped body, and then Fiona has his rocking ass and breasts sticking out.
I get that Fiona's older.
What reason would they have to make her older? Well, she doesn't really match with any other character at all, and I feel they're just like, I don't know, to me it looks like they're trying to sexualize her a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, people were saying how it's because she's older, but Marceline and PB are older. I just find it strange how everyone, literally Fiona is the only person who's all tube-shaped like everyone else.
I guess they never, I know they never planned on it to be an episode, which is made for fun, but the fan base got caught onto it, so I guess they didn't want to change it, but still, it just doesn't look like anything else. It looks weird that she has that body and then just like a weirdly perfectly round head.
Well, she is the last human female girl. Apocalyptic world full of mutation.
She's got to be of optimum breeding capacity.
Yeah.
She's got to have gills on her gills.
Man, it must suck to live in like Finn and Fiona's world, because everyone's either like this weird mutant human with pink or gray skin, and there's nothing normal to fuck. The fire chick, that's not gonna work.
I don't know, because there's that fire shield, but nobody ever acknowledges it.
What if he wears a tinfoil condom?
Oh
god, we're getting philosophical here.
Well, like, the thing is, Finn doesn't have a normal upbringing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he's a tube, so that's really hard.
Yeah, life of a tube is hard.
He's a potato sack with spaghetti arms.
What?
Yes, I'm a tube, just only a tube.
And I never, ever, ever use some good lube.
I was gonna say something about standing on Capitol Lube.
I know you're out there somewhere. I just haven't figured out how to get to you. But believe me, I will. I will.